Hi, this is Melissa of Rollo Cubing, and today I'm going to teach you how to solve a Fisher cube. A Fisher cube is a variant of the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. It solves in a very similar fashion with just a few adjustments. So let's get started. Okay, we've got our Fisher cube all scrambled, and now we'll begin to solve. The first step is to create the white cross. And what you do is you look for the white center, and then we're going to put white pieces like these that have two other colors on them around the white center. So what we like to do is actually find pieces that are in the second layer, like this one. And those, when they're in the second layer, you can just rotate them in place like so. So now we're going to look for a white piece that has either red or blue on it. So here's one that's got blue on it, and it's standing up on its side. So let's first bring it down to the second layer by rotating like that. And then you can see that we could rotate this in place to be next to this other one. So just rotate like that, and now you've got these two pieces where they need to be. Now let's keep looking for other white pieces. So here's one that's got orange. So we can again rotate this and then rotate it past where it needs to be. Like we want to rotate it to put right here next to this other orange piece. So rotate this, and now that white corner is where it needs to be. Then we look for our last corner piece, and here's one. Sometimes you might see it on the bottom, and if that were the case, let's say we're down on the bottom like this, then you would just rotate it to be underneath the spot you're trying to put it, and you can then do a 180-degree rotation like that. And now we have solved the white cross. Now we're ready for step 2, which is to align this white cross with the second layer below. So here what we do is we rotate this second layer until we match the colors that are on the corners above. So we keep rotating the second layer, and now you see we've got red and green together. You've got orange and green, blue and orange, blue and red. So now what we need to do is get everything perfectly aligned. So these two are perfectly aligned, so we can just move them to the left. And now let's work on getting these perfectly aligned. So what I like to do is to turn the face 180 degrees like this. And then I notice that green is on the left side, so I'm going to try and match that. But first I'm going to move this piece out of the way, so let's move it to the left. And then I'm going to rotate this face to put green on the left. So rotate this 180 degrees. We've got green on the left. Bring back that piece. Now these are all perfectly aligned, and let's rotate that back up top. Now let's work on this next one. So here again, let's turn the face 180 degrees. We see that we've got red on the left, so let's move that out of the way to the left. Now we want to rotate this face to put this red piece on the left. So rotate like that. Bring back our piece. And then we can rotate this 180 degrees, putting the white pieces back up top. And then let's do this final one. So here, again, we turn the face 180 degrees. We notice we have blue on the left, so we're going to want to match that. Let's move this piece off to the left. Let's turn this face to put blue on the left, so turn it until blue is on the left. Bring back our piece. They're perfectly aligned, and then let's rotate 180 degrees to put them back up top. And we have completed step 2 with the white cross aligned with the second layer. Now the third step is to place the white corners, and what we're going to do is look for corner pieces that have white and one other color. So like here's one, and what we want to do is we want to rotate it to be on the bottom. So when it's up on the top like this, rotate the face clockwise like so. And now you've got the piece where you want it. Move it out of the way so that we can restore the white cross on the top. So move it over here to the left. Turn the white piece back up top to restore the cross. And now bring this orange and white piece back. And what we want to do is line it up with the orange quadrant, like so. And then what we're going to do is move it, so it's on the right, so we're going to move it to the left. We're going to bring down the slot we're trying to fill. We're going to move our piece back. We see we've lined up these white pieces, and then we're going to rotate them back to the top to restore the cross. Now we're going to keep looking for white corner pieces. Here's white and green, so let's bring this over to the quadrant, the green quadrant. It's on the right, so let's move it to the left. Let's bring down the slot we're trying to fill. Let's bring our piece back, and let's rotate it into place, restoring the white cross. Now let's keep looking for white corner pieces. Here's the blue and white one. Let's bring this over here to the blue quadrant. It's on the left, so let's move it to the right. Let's bring down the slot we're trying to fill. Let's bring our blue and white piece back, and then let's rotate this back into place, restoring the white cross. And then the final piece is this red and white one. So let's rotate it where it needs to be, and we see that it's flipped. We need it to be on its side rather than facing downward. So then you can do this trick where you turn the face this way, in this case actually counterclockwise, and then rotate the piece 180 degrees. Now you see it here facing the right way. Put this white piece back up top to restore the white cross. And now we can place this red and white corner the normal way, where we bring it to the red quadrant. It's on the left side, so let's move it to the right. Bring down the slot we're trying to fill. Bring back our piece, and then rotate this all to the top. Okay, so now we have completed step 3. We've completed the first layer of the Fisher cube. Okay, now we're ready for step 4. In step 4, we want to place the single pieces that have just one color, like this green one or like this blue one, and we want to place them on the sides like so. And so, for example, this blue one is in the wrong place, so we're going to have to move that at some point. But let's start with this green one. I like to work with pieces that are already on the bottom layer like this. And what I like to do is line it up on the left side of the face we're trying to put it in. So we're trying to put this green piece on the green face. So let's put it on the left. And then what I like to do is, and we're going to try and put it here. So I like to move this off to the left, bring down the piece we're trying to fill, bring back our piece, rotate these 2 white pieces back to the top, restoring the cross. And then you see we've got this green piece aligned with the green and white corner. So then we can just place the green and white corner in our normal method. It's on the left, so move it to the right, bring down the slot we're trying to fill, bring back our corner piece, creating this column of white pieces, rotate them back up top, restoring our white cross. Now let's keep going. Here's an orange piece, so let's bring that over to the orange face, put it on the left, and then I like to rotate it off to the left once more, bring down the slot we're trying to fill, bring back our piece, rotate these 2 white pieces up to the top, restoring the cross, and then place the orange and white corner in the usual manner. It's on the left, so move it to the right, bring down the slot you're trying to fill, bring back your corner piece, get these 3 pieces in a column, rotate them back to the top. Okay, now we're going to keep going. We're going to go ahead and place this red piece over on the red side, and this will be good because when we place this red piece, it'll kick out this blue one that's in the wrong spot. So move the red piece to the left, bring down the slot you're trying to fill, bring back your piece, rotate these 2 white ones back to the top, restoring the white cross, and then place the red and white corner in the usual manner. It's on the left, so move it to the right, bring down the slot you're trying to fill, bring back your corner piece, and then put this white column back into place up top, restoring the cross. And now we can place the last blue piece, which has been kicked out. It's over here. Let's put it to the left of the blue face. Move it to the left once more. Bring down the slot we're trying to fill. Bring back our blue piece. Bring these 2 white pieces back up top, restoring the cross. And then place the blue and white corner in the usual manner. It's on the left, so move it to the right. Bring down the slot you're trying to fill. Bring back your piece. And then move this column back up into place, restoring the white cross, and you can see we have completed the second layer. Okay, now we're ready for step 5, which is to make the yellow cross. So we're going to flip over the cube to the yellow side, and then what we're going to have is the yellow dot, and then there's going to either be 0 yellow spokes around it, like this case, or there'll be 1, 2, 3, or 4 yellow spokes around the yellow center. And for it to work, we want to have an even number, so either 0, 2, or 4 spokes. If we have 1 or 3, then we're going to have a problem, and that's the situation that's called parity. And so I'll show you that in a little bit later. But right now, we've got the good situation where we've got an even number of spokes, so we can go ahead and do this algorithm to solve the yellow cross. So holding the cube, with the corner facing you, you're going to go ahead and turn the face. I call this algorithm the face clock algorithm. You're going to turn the face clockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top clockwise, bring down the right side, turn the top counterclockwise, restoring this white column, bring that back down into place. And then you'll see that you have what we call an L. And so what you're going to do is face this L, so you've got one spoke pointing at you and one pointing to the right, and do that face clock algorithm again. Turn the face clockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top clockwise, bring down the right side, turn the top counterclockwise, restoring this white column, bring that down into place. And now you have what we call the line. When you have that, you want to face the line horizontal to yourself, and then do that face clock algorithm again. Turn the face clockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top clockwise, bring down the right side, turn the top counterclockwise, restoring this white column, turn that back into place, restoring the white bottom, and then you see you've got the yellow cross. I had mentioned to you that sometimes we get the parity situation where we either have 1 or 3 spokes. So here's the case where we have 1 spoke. And this is what it looks like if you have 3 spokes. So when this happens, what has actually happened is that you have parity, and it means that you've put one of these pieces in upside down. And so what I like to do is take a sticker, and I'm going to put this sticker on the top half of this green piece. And what we're going to do is we're going to kick out this green piece, and we're going to put it back in and flip it so that the sticker is down on the bottom instead of the top. And then you'll notice that we now have an even number of spokes down on the yellow side rather than an odd number. So let's kick this piece out. So we're going to put this piece in temporarily. So we'll take this piece, move it to the left, bring down the slot we're trying to fill, bring back our piece, rotate these white pieces back to the top, restoring the cross, and then place this green and white corner. It's on the left, so move it to the right, bring down the slot we're trying to fill, bring back our corner piece, rotate these 3 white pieces back up top. Okay, now we can place that green piece again, so let's rotate it over here on the left side. See how the dot is on the left? That's a good sign. So let's move this to the left, bring down the slot we're trying to fill, bring back our piece, rotate these white pieces back to the top, restoring the cross. Now place this green and white corner in the normal manner. It's on the left, so move it to the right, bring down the slot we're trying to fill, bring back our corner piece, rotate these 3 white pieces back up top. You see that this dot is now on the bottom, so we flip that piece, and if you look on the bottom at the yellow side, you see that we now have an even number of spokes. So now we're in the position where we can actually solve the yellow cross. Since we've got an L, face it so it's pointing to the right and pointing to you, towards you, and then do the face clock algorithm. Turn the face clockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top clockwise, bring down the right side, turn the top counterclockwise once, creating these 3 white pieces in a row, and then bring those down into place. And you have created a line. And when you have a line, place it horizontal to yourself and do the face clock algorithm again. Turn the face clockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top clockwise, bring down the right side, turn the top counterclockwise once, creating this 3 pieces of white, rotate those down into place, and you see we have created the yellow cross. Okay, now we're ready for step 6, which is to align the yellow cross with the second layer. So what you'll notice that this yellow cross can be rotated, and you can always get at least 2 colors lined up, like this is lined up. Sometimes you get all 4 if you get lucky, but you can always at least get 2. And so here, this one's aligned, this one isn't, this one's aligned, and this one isn't. So when you've got this situation where you've got a good one on one side and another good one on the other side, or on the opposite side, go ahead and put one good side facing you and one good side in the back. And then holding it like this, you're going to do what I call the right 180 algorithm. You're going to bring up the right side, you're going to turn the top 180 degrees, you're going to bring down the right side, you're going to turn the top back counterclockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top counterclockwise once more, bring down the right side. And then you check your corners, and you see that we have, this is a good corner, this is a good one, and then these are still not good. So now we've got 2 good corners that are adjacent to each other. And when you have that, what you want to do is put a good corner in the back and a good corner on the left. So then what we're going to do is that same algorithm, the right 180, we're going to bring up the right side, turn the top 180 degrees, bring down the right side, turn the top back counterclockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top counterclockwise once more, bring down the right side. And then we check the top, we see how best to orient it to align with the second layer, and now you can see that we've aligned all 4 corners with the second layer. So we were done with step 6. Okay, now we're ready for step 7, which is to place the corners. So here what we're trying to do is get the right color in each of the positions. They don't necessarily have to be oriented properly, but they have to be the right color. So like this needs to be orange, this needs to be green, this needs to be red, and this needs to be blue. So right now we have 0 good corners, so we can just hold it any which way. And we're going to do what I call the Lefty algorithm. Bring up the left side, turn the top clockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top back counterclockwise, bring down these white pieces, turn the top clockwise once more, putting these 3 pieces together, and then rotate those 3 white pieces back down into place. And then realign your corners, and then check. Let's see, we still have 3 bad corners, but this one's now good, this orange one. So when you have a good corner, go ahead and put it on the right, and then we're going to do the Lefty algorithm again. Bring up the left side, turn the top clockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top back counterclockwise, bring down the left side, turn the top clockwise, restoring these 3 white pieces, and then bring those down. Realign the top, and then check our corners, and we see this is a good corner, this is good, and this is good. So we are done with step 7. Now we're ready for step 8, which is to orient the corners. So we're going to try and get these corners lined up perfectly. So right now, this is already a good corner. So when you have a good corner, go ahead and bring it over to the left side, and we're going to work on the right side. And we're going to do this algorithm I call the right 180, left 180. The first half is just the exact same like we just did in step 6. So bring up the right side, turn the top 180 degrees, bring down the right side, turn the top counterclockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top counterclockwise once more, bring down the right side. Now bring up the left side, turn the top 180 degrees, bring down the left side, turn the top clockwise once, bring up the left side, turn the top clockwise once more, bring down the left side. Okay, so now that's a good corner. So now let's move this, so we got the good corners over here on the left, and we're going to work on these 2 bad corners. So we're going to do that right 180, left 180 again, bring up the right side, turn the top 180 degrees, bring down the right side, turn the top back counterclockwise, bring up the right side, turn the top counterclockwise once more, bring down the right side. Now bring up the left side, turn the top 180 degrees, bring down the left side, turn the top clockwise, bring up the left side, turn the top clockwise once more, bring down the left side, and we have solved the Fisher cube.